immoral, and wrong.
This is the Modern Eater Show.
Piping hot and delicious.
The Modern Eater.
Food, 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 food.
Come and get it! And now your hosts,
You're hot.
Parker and Brian Freeman.
Oh, yeah, we can do this. All's well in the world as we start up another edition of the Modern Eater Show live from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Here we go on our local iHeart affiliate, 630 KHOW. That's our mothership. And every single week, here we are. Greg Hollenbach, Brian Freeman, Jay Parker, Little Rich Snyder, Dave Avery, the whole team bringing a great show for you every Saturday evening right here.
Your Rocky Mountain food and beverage team over here.
I feel
think
good.
It's awesome tonight. We've got some great guests. It's always so fun to see Colleen.
Oh, thank you. That
Great
means
to see
a
you
lot.
tonight with the ACF.
I missed your smile, Brian.
Thanks.
There she is, the voice.
If you can't see Brian's smile, tune into Facebook Live so you can
Thank
see.
you.
Colleen,
And
that was
Greg's-
next on my
is
agenda.
excellent.
I like that. Tell
There
us
you
we're
go.
live on Facebook, right?
Yes, and Greg's beautiful pink striped shirt.
Don't you like it?
This is really a visual thing as well as listening on 630 KHOW. So feast your eyes.
Is it too pink?
No, it's
Oh, no.
perfect.
I
thought it was-
Follow up Easter. I think you've chosen the perfect
Yes.
shirt tonight.
Springtime in the Rockies, and again, all's well in the world as we're in the Mile High City, and we have so many great things around us. And education has kind of been the theme for the past few weeks, and none better, the proper introduction, Colleen Ferreira, Colorado Chefs Association, and the executive director role. What is it? Is this the fourth month? You're going almost into your fifth month here when May starts. And wow, what a beginning of the year, huh?
We just took off. We took off running. We had to because there was no time to sit and learn. It was just, let's just go. Let's just do it. Let's reinvent what we're doing. And that's what we have been doing. And I love that you said education's been a theme because education is so near and dear to our heart. It always has been. It always will be with our apprentices and with two of our chefs here tonight. We train the future. And we're so proud to have the opportunity to do that every week in the classroom and then seeing these students. And can I say, a lot of the students, they wanted to come here tonight, but they're working. And they're so dedicated to their passion of being in the kitchen that they said, we can't call out work, Colleen. Can we come another night? And I said, yes, you can. But we want to feature them. And I just think it's funny that we're talking about them, but they're in their own kitchens, probably listen to the show, you know, in their sponsor houses, and they're working so hard to make their dreams come true. And we're just here to support them.
One of the things, Colleen, that's so cool about the ACF is life is learning, right? And so the ACF isn't like just young people. It's such a great mix of everyone because at any part in our life, we should never, hopefully, have our cup full for bringing on new information and new talents because I know lots of people that have found being a chef later on in life. And that's something so cool because the ACF is so welcoming to everyone.
Everyone, we should never stop learning. And we have people in the program right now who are doing a career change. You know, maybe they've been an engineer or maybe they've been doing something else their entire life. And they're saying, you know what, I'm getting ready to retire, but I don't want to retire. I want to do something to really follow my passion.
I love that.
I'm going to go through the 2-year apprentice program with ACF in Colorado, and we're going to see what I can do. And we have people coming in from colleges, from high schools. We have people, maybe veterans that are coming in. We had a guy 2 years ago, I love his story. He made cakes in the Army.
Nice.
And
he was
and
a
then
baker in the Army.
Yeah, and then, and, you know, baking cakes for all his men and women on the front line, and then he comes through our program when he comes back home to Colorado. So I know Chef Danny's up next to talk, but it's inspiring to see people taking that next step. Cooking for anyone is so therapeutic. And everyone loves to cook, guys.
Yes.
Come on. Everybody loves it. So why not do something about it?
Let's do this.
So true.
That's the voice of the executive director of the Colorado Chefs Association, Colleen Ferreira. Take a spin around there. Look at the lineup board. Let's set it up properly, Colleen. Got a great show tonight. Second hour. It's kind of spirits and local beer heavy, which I don't mind at all. And then we have Charlie Gottenkieny, which is this guy forgot more about beer than I'll ever know. And love having him in the house. First hour, though, here it is. We've got people that mean so much to the Colorado Chefs Association, and that education is what we want to push forward. Danny Flanagan from the ACF CCA and also works at Morningstar. We're going to talk to Danny, but I think culture is one of the big topics that we want to talk about. When you get into this industry, and one of the things that they do at the apprenticeship program of the Colorado Chefs Association is talk outside the lines, talk about what it means to carry yourself in a way to where you are employable, how you can carry yourself from one job to the next. It's kind of one of those intangibles, but in an industry with so much turnover, it's very important to market yourself as a person that you have your own brand.
100%.
And Danny's going to talk about that. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts about that? You'll be on with us when Danny's on there. But do you have an initial thought about that, especially in this world of social media?
Oh, it's incredible what you can do and what you say, and everything you do is under scrutiny. I think in this industry, magnified, yes. Right? We teach the fundamentals, right? The fundamentals of what you need to do to get that amazing job. But our mission with the Colorado Chefs Association as part of the big American Culinary Federation is really developing that individual. So we're going beyond the chef. We are taking that individual and developing them for a role in the industry for the future. Their self, I mean, they can have the fundamentals, but if you're going to go out there and market yourself and brand yourself and be more than a chef, be a good human being, and a kind person, you want to have that top to bottom, bottom to top development.
And it's interesting, Brian, you see it with Growers Organic, a corporation to where you have folks that are, driving trucks or in the coolers, and everybody's working. But what is it when you're looking to employ somebody? What do you look for? What are they doing that conducts themselves in a way to where you just know they have that? I mean, even what they lack in experience.
It's a tough thing
to
find someone well-rounded like that. I mean, I think that's as we see it in the kitchen, because, Colleen, to your point, you can have these technicals. You can know costing. You can know how to cook. But there's another thing of how do you treat people? What kind of culture are you going to bring into your kitchen? And that's something that I think is really tough. And, we have a lot of people around, also in the mental health side of how do we stay strong mentally being a chef and bring that kind of joy and really love, I think, back in the kitchen, because food is so much about community and love. That's one of the things that I've always held dear, is the fact that if you go to any party, go to anything, everything always gravitates towards the kitchen. And it's just one of those things in life that once we start embracing food and embracing this is where we can socialize and how we can have culture and share the stories right around, whether it's a great glass of wine or an entire meal. I think it's something so important.
And so that's the end user, where we go and we enjoy a delicious meal and some libations. But you put a business to it, and you're working with people, and you need to figure out etiquette. Should I give my 2 weeks here? Should I jump to the next job that's going to give me 50 more cents in the kitchen? It's a very interesting dynamic, and one of the things that I found so cool is the real element that the Colorado Chefs Association brings with their network and their experienced chefs that talk about how, and I can't wait to catch up with Danny Flanagan in the next segment to do that. At 6:30 right here on 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. We'll catch up with Christopher Moore, ACF Colorado Chefs Association. Again, another very seasoned chef. He's gone through the ropes and Denver Museum of Nature and Science right now.
It's funny. I was taking my kids there this weekend. It's a great place.
Was it my idea to have an 80-degree day and have this grill play? Oh, my goodness. If you can see this on Facebook, I think I'm sweating.
No, it's a glow. It's a glow.
I would like to see you glow, Colleen. Let's switch for the next segment. Oh, my goodness. We could talk about behind the scenes anyway. Just don't leave sweaty headphones for the next person. That was a problem.
I'll try not to.
Last week. We should get some hand wipes.
Oh,
inside baseball.
I'll put it on the list.
For the headsets.
I think you're out of Jolly Ranchers, too.
I want Colleen to do this. 6:45. There's Chito Ariola. Did you know Chito? He left his job at Las Delicias. Did you know that?
I did know that.
You did know that.
I got a personalized message about it.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
He was doing some great things for them. I'm sure they're sad to see him leave, but support him in his new venture. And Greg, tell him what it is.
No, you pronounce that right there.
I can pronounce it.
Xylophone?
La Social.
La Social.
Close, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's La Sochi. La Sochi. I did get it.
Oh, there's no, the L is silent?
but very, very close. TME update, we're going to talk about our road trip and summer dinner series. Then the Whiskey
So we're gonna
Sisters
get right
will
over
be here. Stephanie and Felicia Ohnmacht. These guys' mic's on right now, but that's okay. Stephanie and Felicia Ohnmacht, they'll be on Whiskey Sisters Supply. We've got a couple of other great guests, and David and Stephanie Snyder from On Point Distillery, they'll be on, along with Kevin Galava, friends and family, Kelissa, Hieber, and Goldspot Brewing Company. That and more next. We'll take a break. We'll be right back live from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. It is the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Hey, Facebook family and YouTube viewers. Sorry, but I'm back. I was gone for a couple weeks. All kinds of stuff has wreaked havoc. It got hot in here.
He's looking good,
It
too.
got hot. Greg's sweating, Brian's sweating, I'm sweating.
Me too. It's hot over
Man.
here.
But, on this first segment, we're going to talk about hyper-local, what we're always preaching about here.
Yes,
and we've
sir.
got some news that I'm just catching up.
Some great news.
Walk with me, talk with me. What's happening, Cheeto?
I'm opening up a food truck, 100% local, and most of it's organic. About 80% is organic, so pretty excited. We'll be ready next week.
I tell you, I remember when we did that burger cook-off here.
Yep.
And if those burgers are even close to what we had that night,
We're stepping up a
holy
notch.
cow.
We're
So
stepping
how do
up
we
a
find
notch.
out about your food truck?
Well, you can go to Sochi on social media.
Okay, spell that out.
At Sochi, XOCHITL.
Okay.
Or Chef Cheeto. Just follow me on Chef Cheeto on Instagram and Facebook.
I'm following that. I'm following Cheeto. I'm following his truck. This man is the real deal. He can cook up a storm. You're going to love it. We're going to take a break here. Take care. I want you to hear some of our best sponsors. We'll be back in just a flash.
Rocker Spirits. It's a distillery. It's a place to hang. It's about quality. It's about taste. It's about passion. Infused with American spirit. Rocker whiskey, rocker rum, rocker vodka. Get ready for an original look, feel, and experience. Old Town Littleton. And if you get hungry while you're sipping on some drinks, they've got the best food truck line in town. Open Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Rockerspirits.com. Rockerspirits.com.
Hi, I'm Andrew Moore, brewmaster at the Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project. At Intrepid Sojourner, beer tells a story inspired by my adventures as a well-traveled archaeologist. My recipes draw inspiration from all over the world, from historical styles like Satis, Greitzers, and Kvass, to adjunct beers inspired by flavors from international cuisines. My beers broaden the horizons of what beer can be. Explore Basil IPA.
Live in one.
Enjoy Chai Brown Ale.
1 minute. 1 minute.
And the distinctive horchata milk stout. Thoughtfully sourced spices and herbs enhance flavors inherent to indigenous beer styles. My sincere hope is that Intrepid Sojourner Beer Project will inspire adventure and wanderlust. Come visit the tap room and share your tales with friends and plan your next sojourn. Located at 925 West 8th Avenue in the heart of the Arts District on Santa Fe. For everything Intrepid, look us up online at sojournerbeers.com and remember to drink globally, locally.
Little Rich here.
30.
And we're all looking for ways to save money. Here's a tip I bet you didn't know about. Do what I do. Buy your natural gas wholesale. Instantly saving 10 to 12% off your gas bill every single month. Baby, that's some serious cash. Do what I've done for years and call Brian Rizzuto at Encore Energy today. The sooner you call, the sooner.
10 seconds to the live.
At Encore Energy, 720-245-5771. That's
5, 4, 3. You're hot.
gas with Encore Energy.
You're hot. You're hot. Can you hear me? You there?
Can you hear me? Am I on?
Yeah, you're live.
Okay, back to the show in just a moment. Rome Sausage right now, and it's Chris Johnson. I was having a conversation with Danny Flanagan, who's up next here, and you said you've known Chris Johnson for years, back when he was delivering produce.
Yeah, I've known Chris since he was working for food brokers and selling everybody else's thing other than his own thing.
He's doing a great job in sausage. And when we talk about hyper-local here on the show, I can tell you Rome Sausage, you got to look, there's a little number on the package of sausage that sometimes you don't know where your sausage is being made from, but you want to know how the sausage is made, look for that little number, Google it, and tell you where that meat packing plant is. Rome Sausage, there it is, hyper-local sausage, delicious, fresh to you. If you want to get a hold of Chris Johnson. I wanted to have his email, but I have his phone number. Call his cell phone. Go to him direct, 303-296-7663.
Wait a second, Greg. What's that number one more time?
It's write it down, Brian. Just write it down. 303-296-7663. It's premium hyper-local sausage. You'll love it. Put his meat in your mouth. Chris Johnson and Rome Sausage.
Yo, what's up? This is Justin Brunson, Ultra Meat and Cheese in Denver Central Market. I'm a meat guy. And you're listening to the Modern Eater Show,
You're hot.
the iHeartRadio.
All right, she's going to bring us in. Colleen.
Welcome back.
Hi.
6:30 KHOW Modern Eater. How's it going tonight, guys?
Going good.
If you're actually watching on Facebook Live, you'll notice we did a little shuffle.
A switch.
A switch.
I was melting. I literally.
He couldn't handle the heat.
Yes, if it's too hot in the kitchen.
Get out of it, right?
So here I am, taking one for the team today.
Nice,
but I
like
get to
it,
stand next to
yes.
Brian. All right. Right now, we have Chef Danny Flanagan. And it's such an honor to have you on the show, Danny, because we're talking ACF tonight. We're so proud to have you and Chef Moore in the house, and no one knows ACF better than you.
I'd like to think so, but there's a lot more members that know a lot more than me.
But you, at the heart of it, are with our students. You're with our second-year students every Wednesday in the classroom. You know these students inside out, and it's a special relationship I know that you have with them.
Well, and it's a privilege to be able to share what others have shared with me over 20, 30 years of cooking, and hopefully start them on a journey that they do it for 30 years.
Yeah. Let's do the setup. Colorado Chefs Association here with us tonight, the voice of Colleen Ferreira. That's Danny Flanagan. Of course, I'm Greg Hollenbach and Brian Freeman here, and we're about to jump into a great conversation. Colorado Chefs Association apprenticeship program. Let's start there. What is it, Danny?
It is an alternative to going to classic culinary school. You have to work full-time in an approved sponsor house with an approved chef. You go to class 1 day a week, 5 hours every week, and at the end, you get to test out at your certified sous chef, and you've gotten 2 years of true in-the-kitchen experience.
So you can hit the ground running.
Yes, if you are not ready to take over, a sous chef position at that point, you haven't put into the program what you should have been getting out of it.
So you talked about those things within the curriculum. I've had the pleasure to talk to Pizzuto, Chef Pizzuto. He's a great guy. Christopher Moore used to be an instructor in the program as well. This program really, from my estimation, working with these apprentices in last year's summer dinner series, these guys are anxious. Guys and gals are anxious. They're on the ball. They want to work. They want to network. And you also bring something to that curriculum that's kind of an intangible. And we talked about this briefly before the show this afternoon of what's that? Let's talk about etiquette. Let's talk about career etiquette and kitchen etiquette.
It's what especially Chef Moore and myself brought in when we started to teach it, is reminding them that the chef community in Denver and in any city is a very tight-knit community. If you want to change jobs, change jobs. Nobody's telling you not to, but do it right. Give your 2 weeks notice, work your 2 weeks out, don't get short timers, and then when you leave, you're going to be talked about as a great employee, and then the next place when you go. And that's what a lot of people don't see right now, is they just jump jobs versus this is my career and this is what I want to be known for and this is what I want people to talk about me with. Man, I wish he was still or she was still with me, but they did it right.
You know what's played out in my body of work, and guys jump in at any time, is that when you're younger, you don't have that look behind you. Now I've got a little look behind you, and I treat people like I may work for you someday.
Yes.
Truly.
Well, you really
just
have to look at life
never
like that,
know.
yeah.
And when you're in a position, especially in the culinary and hospitality community, is that jobs are ever changing, positions are ever changing, tiers of, I don't want to say power, but tiers of just that pecking order will take place. There's a good chance that if somebody that you don't put in your 2 weeks, you don't work as hard as you can until the finish line, that they're going to recognize that and listen. There's, if you want, they say telegraph, tell a friend, tell a coworker how you work. That's going to follow you to the next job, and that's very important.
I think a lot of people are good at what they do, but that really separates you from good to great.
Well, yeah, and the better people, don't you find that they gravitate together? And so a lot of people are always going to ask you for help on another project if you do things right. And if you act like a professional at every level, and just realize we're all under a lot of stress. I mean, life just in general can be stressful, and we're trying to manage that. But then when we go into a kitchen, it is rapid fire all night long. You were somewhere where all of a sudden for 4 to 6 hours, everything is coming at you in lightning speed. And I could only imagine. I mean, Danny, I'd like to talk about, in that respect, all those other things that you've done, because one of the things I think is cool that is not only are you teaching, but you have a full-time job somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah. And then you've done a ton of events with the Modern Eater. This isn't the first time I've seen your face here.
Well,
so
part of it's about building the relationships and genuine relationships, that they not just can be a business, very cut and dry dealing, but you actually are friends with them, and you actually can build these things when, if they need something, you're able to jump in, and you're doing it because you want to. And that day that you need something, you've got a network of people who's going to stand behind you and help you. And that's one thing that it goes back, Chef Moore and I, we brought to this and said, you need to build the relationships with Modern Eater, with ACF chefs, with whoever it is, and actually get to know them, not just, shake their hand and go on your way. Actually care, and then when you need something, it comes back to you tenfold.
Well, and haven't you made some friends? Because I've noticed you've come here to the kitchen, and I noticed there's some people here that you stay in touch with.
Yeah, like even Chef Cheeto. I never knew him before Modern Eater, and now we actually talk in how's things, how's life going, things like that. And
community.
If I was doing an event and if somebody had backed out on something, I know I could put that call in, and if he had time, he would jump in. And the same thing. If he had
Colleen would do it. I would do it.
Of course.
We all jump in.
I love that, Danny.
So,
I love to hear
Danny,
that.
and we go back to folks that are maybe switching careers. I mean, a lot of people my age, 40-something, and say, I'm going to get into culinary. I was whatever before. Say we have two students, same skill sets, did great, make good food, great skills. What's going to set them apart? What can be the differential?
Nowadays, it's how they treat their social media can be a huge thing, and that's something I've tried to explain to the class. I notice some things that they post, and I'll go, that was a good post, but it could have been better. It could have been more positive. It could have been more growing, because you're going to go up against somebody for a job one day, and HR directors, that's what they do now. They look at social media. They look at your LinkedIn, your Facebook, and all that.
Oh, my gosh, so true. So true. If you are listening, what Danny said is the Bible, and we've got Rich here preaching it, but that is so true. Pay attention to what you're posting.
It can go the other way, too, to where that person just brought in 6 or 7 people into my restaurant or wherever it is, because they said great things about our work environment, where we are, the chef, the ownership. That can go the other way to where you look at that and you're like, this is somebody I want on my team.
Yep.
Those are the types of things that are small but delineate.
Yeah, it's a different world from 20 years ago when I was getting into this industry and doing things, and now there's so many little minute pieces that if you miss one of them, you could miss your dream job and not even realize it, because you're just not going to get the call back. Where you do all those little right things, you are going to get your dream job almost off of those things. And that's such a huge part. The relationships, the social media, the camaraderie through Modern Eater, through ACF, through the apprenticeship program.
What time is it? Does anybody know?
We are pushing.
I've got nothing tonight. I'm just 6:29, coming up on 6:30. Here's what I like to do. This is kind of cool. So Colleen had you bring us into the last segment. Chef Danny Flanagan, do this, because I know Chef Christopher Moore. I've got a little bit of history with him, but you have a lot. Talk about Chef Christopher Moore and as he makes an appearance. And I want both of you guys to stick around, because we'll make it a roundtable discussion. Give a little intro.
Chris is one of the most passionate chefs I know. He wants to show everyone in any kitchen he's in, the best that they can do. He wants to bring that out of them. He wants to show not only what he can do, but he also likes watching other people, which is a huge part of it, where he wants to see what they can do. And then he takes all that collaboratively and puts it together and produces some incredible food. And also, he's an incredible friend.
That's how you do it.
Yep.
I mean, I could never do an intro like that just because I don't have the history. I'm not the most interesting guy in the world, but I know how to bring people around me that are. We'll do that. We'll take a break. Chef Christopher Moore, he'll be up next right here in Studio Kitchen, Colorado. You're listening and watching on Facebook, hopefully, to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Thanks, Greg, and we are not going anywhere here. We're not going anywhere but right over to this guy, Kevin Galaba, one of the best in the biz here in Colorado. I want to show you a little project that he's been kind of working on, kind of a big project. Check that out. This is the guy behind this. Tell us about this.
Thank you, Rich. Yeah, I just came on this magazine in 2019.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's a liquor trade publication for Colorado, so beer, wine, spirits, NA beverages as well. In the back of the book is all the portfolios for all the major distributors. We've got contacts for sales reps and distributors. The front of the book is what's new. I'm at the events all the time, taking photos and doing stories and keeping my tabs on what's happening in Colorado as far as beverages are concerned.
There is a lot of information in this thing.
It's a monthly magazine. It's kind of the go-to one-stop shop for if you're in the liquor business or the beer or wine. You want to get this magazine. It's a monthly mag. It comes out every month, the first of the month, and tons of great information in there.
You know, I'm going to go as far to say it could be considered the booze Bible. Get yourself a copy of this. Catch up with Kevin. You'll be seeing a lot of him here and at the Colorado Restaurant Show. Rumors have it you're going to be there too.
Thank you,
well,
Rich.
we are going to take a break. We want you to learn about some of our best people in the biz. We'll be right back.
Here we are creating a stir in the culinary community. This is your personal invitation to join us on our constant culinary adventure. Let us open up our network to you and help you grow professionally. Whether you are a chef, purveyor, brewer, baker, we are here to build your brand, your business, and connect you with Colorado's culinary community. Join us. I'd love to hear from you. Email me, Colleen at acfcoloradochefs.org.
Hey, chef friends, it's Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas. Raquelitas, known for hyper-local, innovative, and healthy tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you too want to serve the healthiest, most vibrant tasting foods, you must use Colorado Mills.
45 to the live.
Cold pressed in Lamar, Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic, and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills. Want to bake the best? Bake with the best. Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas and the Modern Eater. Our wraps fold cold and dirty. Yet they're soft and delicious. What's my secret? Ardent Mills. Organic, ancient, and heirloom grains like quinoa, spelt, and more. Locally headquartered in Denver, Colorado, Ardent Mills provides the industry's broadest range of traditional and organic flours, whole grains, customized blends, and specialty
10.
The culinary industry with the next grains and unique plant-based ingredients. I love
3 seconds to the live. You're hot.
.com.
Okay, back to the show in just a minute, but I got to tell you about Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions, installing and maintaining the best draft systems that you could ever possibly want. Family owned and operated, 20 years in the business. He'll put a new line in for you: beer, wine, water, coffee, nitro.
Kombucha?
Kombucha, yes. All the latest and greatest. Here's the thing, is that your tap lines are very important, and your bottom line, as you know, it's a very thin margin to be in the restaurant business, and every cent really counts. If you're pouring inefficient beer, what are you doing, guys?
You're pouring your money down the drain.
You don't need to pour your money down the drain. Get an A+ report card from Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions. They'll make all your dreams come true, and it's truly a business that you can support knowing that it's going to a great hyper-local business. Give them a call, 720-272-3809.
I promise I'm getting my pen this time.
You got it?
I got it.
720-272-3809. It's Jeff Rourke.
A+ Beverage Solutions.
Yes, it is.
Hey, this is Brother Luck from Springs. All right, you ready? Owner of 4 by Brother Luck and Lucky Dumplings. I mean, he's a very, very impressive man. And you're rocking with the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
All right, back to the show right now as we're accumulating guests, but we love them all because they're a part of the family. Greg Hollenbach, Brian Freeman, Jay Parker, and Dave Avery doing all the audio-visual stuff, and Colleen Ferreira, executive chef. Executive chef.
What I would
She's
do
an
to
executive,
get that
that's
title.
for sure.
That's where the hard work is done. Executive director of the Colorado Chefs Association, and these fellas with us. Chef Danny Flanagan is going to continue with us, but Chef Christopher Moore is on deck. And this is a chef that I fell in love with a few years back. Basically because your food's delicious.
Appreciate that.
And that was really, I mean, but you'll take it, right?
I will, absolutely. No,
But Chris, you're an incredible guy all the way around.
Thank
What
you.
you're doing, I mean, I connected with you about where you help support chefs down south of the border as well.
I did.
You were giving it back at so many levels. I mean, to now, you're over at Denver Museum Nature and Science. That is super cool.
Yeah, it's an amazing opportunity there. Just to work around actual scientists and active research. I can actually say some of my colleagues work doing research in paleontology and geology. It's amazing. I just cook food. I'm kidding. But it's part of our industry. And one thing that was taught to me when I was in culinary school is you pass along your knowledge. You don't take it with you. You always just, it's a part of your, it's almost like a chef's creed that you pass along your knowledge, because what we do is a trade. And it is a form of art. But we have to be able to do that, to pass along the knowledge to the younger people that, hey, you may know how to dice a tomato, but I might show you a better way or a different way.
Yeah.
Does it make it wrong or does it make it wrong? No, but you might have the same results. So that thought process of teaching people different techniques, that's a part of a basis of what chefs do.
You ever have a kid teach you something?
Oh, yeah.
Just shocks you? You're like, wow. They're like, hey, and you're like, let me show you this.
With all the modern cooking techniques and YouTube videos, they know so much stuff now that, we're so busy cooking every day and running a kitchen and budgets. They're just sitting on YouTube going, oh, let me try this. And then they show us, okay, this is cool.
This new hack, yeah.
Wait, Greg, let me ask, how do you do this apprentice thing? Because I want to learn. I want to know.
You want to be one?
Could someone like me, I mean, I like to cook breakfast for my kids.
We take people, the chapter takes apprentices are from all walks of life. Maybe you're done with your current career and say, hey, I want to go do something different. Yeah. In fact, one of our best students that just graduated last August, complete career change, and he says, I know I'm not good at this, but I'm going to try my hardest, and he actually won the President's Award for professionalism.
One of the best students this year, ex-military, kind of fumbled around for 4 or 5 years and just couldn't figure it out, and one day got in a kitchen and now is, he's a rock star.
We're talking about my friend that was at Tabernash Brew up in the mountains?
We have Brandon Hart in the mountains.
Brandon Hart in the mountains.
Danny's talking about Matt.
Matt, okay.
Matt MacArthur, he just fell in love with it and now is the guy who you need something. He just has a drive that is what this industry needs, and he will be the next generation to be passing it along to the next ones.
And so this is just one more rock star chef that's come out of your guys' program.
Oh my gosh, there are so many rock stars. And if you're listening and if you're thinking this is for me, we are recruiting right now for the fall semester, which is so exciting because we get to bring in, that many, couple dozen faces into the program for the 2 years. And this is a program, I will say, that you cannot not fall in love with it. It's 2 years. It's only a 2-year program. It's just under $7,000 for those 2 years. Just under $7,000.
I love that.
When you can even get scholarships too, right? I mean, there's opportunity for financial support. Where do I go? How do I check this out? Where do I start?
I'm going to say email me personally.
Really? Nice. Oh my gosh.
Because we want to personally talk to you. We want to personally welcome you to a class. Look at Chef Danny teaching in action. Meet the other students. Email me if you're listening. Colleen at ACF Colorado Chefs .org.
Now, I think that we need to take pause for just a second here because we're talking about something that's very near and dear to all of our hearts. Speaking myself for the modern eater, the people that I love from this family, the Colorado Chefs Association, the ACF, the folks that we have through sponsors and really curating the best of the best. If you're out there and you're in the shot of our voice and you're really looking for spark or inspiration or just to be a part of a community that's near and dear to all of us, I'd encourage you. You have the power of the Colorado Chefs Association behind you. You have the power of the Modern Eater Show behind you. You have all of these great folks, Chef Chito Ariola, Chef Brian Freeman, the mentors that are a part of our network. they're really bar none. And I can tell you that this is the reason. If you think this is the Modern Eater Show is something that it's just fun on a Saturday night and there's nothing to, it's a business. It's tough to keep these things together and keep these relationships together. But I can tell you, if this is something that you're remotely interested in, you love the culinary scene and the restaurants that are here in Colorado, and you just like to be in a kitchen and you feel that it's your home, you've got a home with all of us, and that's the entrance right there.
Well, I would say, though, what the Modern Eater's done, I mean, even with the ACF, and Greg, since I've come, I was just a guest about a year and a half ago on the show, and I'll tell you, all the incredible chefs, business owners, the networking community, and that's what I would say to you, Greg, is I think a lot of people will always be there for you because the Modern Eater has been there for a lot of people in the food and beverage community at so many different levels. I mean, the things that you have done and this show has provided to people.
First of all, not about me, but a great mentor.
I appreciate that, but yeah, I mean.
A great mentor in Joan Brewster, who passed the baton to Colleen. And this is a great segue into what I wanted to ask. A couple of old timers with Chris and Danny here.
Why you got to go there?
Because they're old timers.
In the ACF. Okay.
Danny, how long you been in the Colorado Chefs Association? And yes, I will fist bump you. I wasn't doing that.
Let's say
how
some seasoned pros. Seasoned pros, man.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate
yes.
that.
I was going to say, I've been a member of ACF nationally since 1993.
Old timer. How about you, Chris?
Seasoned professional. Come on, man.
I belonged for about 8 years, 90s into the early 2000s before I moved to Europe, and then I Colorado Chefs Association for going on my 6th year.
I say that, and I like to have that edge to what I said because it's an important point that I want to make. Change is difficult. My grandfather said, hey, Greg, change is good as long as you're involved in it. I want all of you that are listening to be involved in that change. And there's change that's happening right now. And Colleen, I just take my hats off to you in taking the reins of this organization and the Colorado Chefs Association. And I want these two gentlemen to say, what are you so excited about? What are you seeing right now? There is a fever that's going on right now, guys. There's a fever, and we're all a part of it. And I think we need to ride that out. Danny?
I think Colleen brings just that new passion. And not that Joan didn't have a passion. It's just new now. There's a new excitement. There's a new drive.
I agree.
We're seeing new chefs, Cheeto, become involved, and it'll stop being the 10 people who do every single event, bringing new ones into it and putting new spins on it, while allowing those of us who love certain events to really focus on them and now take them to a new level versus, okay, next event, let's get through it. Now it's next event, let's just blow it up and make it so special.
And it's not only that, it's passing the baton, just as Joan passed it to Colleen. I've done Lamb Council in Montrose 3 years. Danny's done it with me twice, and now we're going to recruit someone else in to take it over and run that event, and we show them, they come in, they do it with us, and then they take it over and run it. And the idea is, because we have such a large chapter, that we get other chefs involved to doing these events, because there's always that hesitation at first, like, oh my God, I got to go cook for like 200 people. Like, I cook for 3,000 people. It's not as hard as it sounds. So when you get to that point where you actually go and do it and it's all said and done, you're like, that was actually really fun. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun.
Who's not looking forward to a Colleen Ferreira golf tournament this year with your spin on that?
Oh my God, you guys, it's going to be so much fun. Do you see me? Oh my God,
This is what this
I woke up this morning with the theme, which I'm not going to release just yet.
Why
we'll do that on another show because I got to talk to my team about it. I got to
She's got to run it through the channels.
There they are, Danny, Chris.
All I will say is, I've never been to a golf tournament where every other hole you have a different thing to eat, a different thing to drink. And I've heard how incredible this tournament is, and we are just going to take it to that next level.
How can people feel the excitement, learn more? Colleen, I know you gave out your email address, but you have a website as well.
Yep, ACF Colorado Chefs.org, and I would say go to our Facebook page. We are sharing our stories of our chefs, our community through food on our Facebook page. So get excited with us. Be a part of us. Be a part of this apprenticeship program. If any part of your heart is saying, I want to cook and I want to do that professionally, and maybe I don't want to cook for the rest of my life, maybe I just want to be in the food industry, because why would you not want to be in it? Take a chance, be an apprentice, meet our family, and you can't go wrong.
Well, and I'll throw out something about community and family right to you guys with the Lamb Council. Listen, the Modern Eater is going to be doing a summer road trip at the last week of May, and we're going to be in Durango and Montrose.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. There's an opportunity for one of your hopefuls, one of the people that you can pass this baton with the Lamb Council to come down and tie into the show. So I welcome you. We'll be doing an entire trip. We'll be visiting lamb ranchers, pig ranchers, cattle ranchers, farmers at orchards, indoor grows. We will see it all, and tons of restaurants, distilleries along the way. So someone from the ACF tie in, jump in this Lamb Council, reach out to Chris.
Yeah, that's a great point, Brian. That without all those people you just named, we would not be able to do what we do if it wasn't for the farmers and ranchers and people that raise the animals that we get to have fun with and provide food for everyone.
Ladies and gents,
so about that.
Great powerful, and truly when we talk about sustainability and we talk about the circle of food from the ground and the farmer cultivating it, bringing it to market, bringing it to the restaurant, then back to the landfill. Just like that, it has to work in our community. Going to and being an apprentice, going and working with the Colorado Chefs Association, working with the Modern Eater, getting to the restaurant, and then back around and educating once again. That's the circle of life right there, my friends. All right, we'll take that break. We'll be right back. Colleen, you stick around. Gentlemen, thank you, Christopher Moore and Danny Flanagan. Always a pleasure, friends. We've got food out here. We didn't describe it, but we're going to do it at the top of the hour. But let's eat, right?
Right, let's eat.
I mean, that's what it's all
Nice.
about.
We're here.
Let's eat. Coming up next, guess what we're about to do?
Cheeto.
Yes.
And the name of his new endeavor?
La Sochi.
La Sochi. Nice.
Effortless, right?
Effortless.
We're going to do a hyper-local baptism. What's that? I don't know. You should probably stick around because we're going to do it to Cheeto up next right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Facebook viewers, YouTube viewers, Facebook family, this is going to be fun. We're all going to be singing Take Me to the River here with Cheeto pretty soon. Right now, we're going to focus on hyper-local and none better than Charlie. Charlie, you got a lot happening over at Bruz Beers. What's coming up on deck?
Well, one of our big events is tomorrow, and it's the Belgian Brew Fest. So we have, the fest is designed to kind of celebrate Belgian beers. So we have a couple guest breweries. Duvel.
Oh, my God.
Are we still on?
Yes, we are.
We have a couple guest breweries. We have Duvel out of Belgium, Ohnmacht out of Cooperstown, New York. Both of those are, well-known Belgian breweries. And then we have a dozen breweries here in town.
Oh, my gosh.
So we've got Bruz, and we've got the Thirsty Monk, River North, Paradox.
Well, this is going to be awesome. So what time? When? When does it start?
1 to 4 tomorrow afternoon, Sunday afternoon.
Okay, Bruz Beers, where?
67th and Pecos.
And if they want more information?
Go to our website, bruzbeers.com.
Ah, beautiful. We'll be back with a microphone next time.
Hey, it's Peter Allman with South River Aquaponics. As a chef and aquaponics farmer, I get the importance of conserving our limited water supply. Did you know Colorado is suffering from the most severe drought since 2012? Water shortages are very real, especially to Colorado farmers. Now here's the good news. Aquaponic farming uses 90% less water than traditional farming, while producing 4.5 times more food per square foot.
1 minute to the live.
Farmers would flood their fields with large quantities of water, leaving much of this water underutilized and just plain wasted. But because aquaponics is a recirculating system, the only water used is what the plants uptake and some very minor evaporation. South River Aquaponics has been running a 55,000-gallon system year-round for 4 years, and we use less than 500 gallons of water per day. Education is very important to us here at South River Aquaponics. I invite you to learn more about aquaponics at southriveraquaponics.com. South River Aquaponics, the future of farming.
Hey, Colorado. This
30 to the live.
Growers Organic and a host on the Modern Eater Talk Show. Growers Organic is a Colorado sourcing company who provides Colorado's greatest chefs with the best organic produce. I've been partnering with local and regional farms for the last 20 years, and our returning customers know they can count on us over and over again. Chefs who receive the highest rating on Good Food
10 to the live.
Organic produce needs, because we're experts at bridging the gap between the farm and the
5, 4, 3, you're hot.
shop online at growersorganic.com.
Lots is going on, and we'll be back to the show in just a minute with Chef Chito Ariola and his new food truck endeavor. I love it. And La Sochi is going to be coming right at you, food truck related. Okay, right now I want to talk about Proud Souls because we went to Cheeto. Where'd we go today?
Lulu's farm. Lulu's farm.
Cool.
Up in Brighton.
The first time I saw a true this isn't really for the general public. This is a barbecue competition. It was a Colorado State event. Chris, you're here with us representing Proud Souls tonight. Tony and Dan, they're wrapping it up over there. Do you have any results for us?
Yes. So go ahead, Cheeto. All right, cool. Yeah, so like you said, we had a great showing today. There were some awesome teams there, the top 10 teams in the country. So, yeah, we were just happy to be a part of it. It is a state contest. So the boys did good, right? So they drugged a big stick burner down there, the Proud Soul stick burner, cooked on a couple Gateway drums. Tony was able to manage him and Dan first place ribs. And ninth place overall. So, yeah, honestly,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was awesome. So proud of those guys.
If you want to take your backyard game to the next level, right? I mean, these are the guys. They'll sit in there. They'll talk with you. Go there. I would recommend just go there sometime during the week, maybe a Tuesday afternoon. Just take a stroll over there. Proud Souls, 25th and Federal?
25th and Federal, right there on the corner next to Santiago's.
You can't miss them. It has all of your barbecue needs. You can pick up all of the latest and greatest stuff, or you can do your traditionals.
True.
You've got it from A to Z.
Exactly.
It's the place where you can grab anything that you need barbecue related.
Hey, guys, wait. Let me throw one at you. We need to do a Proud Souls summer barbecue series. Go around to people's backyards in Denver and Boulder and let them cook. So if you're willing to have a block party and a Proud Souls barbecue there, write in to Modern Eater.
Let us know.
Listen to this live. It doesn't get any better than that right there.
That was your one good idea a year. We've got.
I threw it at you, man.
We got to write
bring
that
it.
down.
Let's do
That's a good idea. Talk about, you want to dip your toe in, you want to know these guys, the Pit Masters. You've got an event coming up at the Gothic Theater. It's May 18th. It's a Saturday. We'll be there broadcasting live, and there'll be music, everything you need, a little song, a little dance, a little seltzer down your pants.
Make you dance?
I'm not sure.
You said a little seltzer make you dance.
I just wanted to get your attention. So now that we have everybody's attention, what is it, Chris?
What is it, right? The Proud Souls Backyard Barbecue Contest. I think you guys are you're gonna be competing, right?
Oh, yeah, heck yeah.
All right, so we got 24 teams. We're already completely sold out. We have a waiting list. Life happens, right? So call the shop, get on the waiting list, and we'll plug you in, right? So like you said, we're going to have beers. We're going to have barbecue. We're going to have demonstrations from our good friend Jeff Jabat, Jason Ganal, and a few other local pit masters kind of showing down.
Leonard's going to be there.
Yes.
All the bosses are going to be there.
Wait, the Modern Eater is even going to.
The Modern Eater.
We've got a team.
We have a team.
We are a team. Colleen, do you have barbecue and clothes?
Yeah, of course I have barbecue and clothes.
Nice, okay.
I still include heels, but of course I have barbecue clothes.
That's how you do it, and that's how we do it. So Proud Souls, proud sponsor of the Modern Eater Show. It's Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Stick around. We're going to do a baptism right now, Chris.
Awesome.
All right, let's get back to the show.
This is the Modern Eater Show.
That's right, boy.
And now it's time for In the Kitchen.
To keep on feeding you, kill people. Brought to you by
Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Award-winning competition cooks and purveyors of specialty barbecue supplies right here in Denver, Colorado. ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
Feed me all night long.
Okay, you're on.
Wow, it's popping in the kitchen right now. A lot of folks here. I like seeing new faces. This is so cool as we continue on the Modern Eater Show, and we wanted to take a moment to recognize he's our resident chef. He's the nicest guy you know. His name's Chef Chito Ariola. We love you so much, and you've made a career change, a life move, a big decision, a move.
Let's do it.
Yes, cheers for Chito.
Chito, classy guy, and we were talking about, well, how do you hold yourself with etiquette? You know, you talk about you're going through an apprenticeship program, and you try and teach some intangibles. Chito, you should have the #1 course, of Mr. Congeniality right there. Because
That's funny.
Truly. Am I wrong?
Can I just Okay, Cheeto just cooked the first ever Passover dinner at the governor's mansion last Friday.
By a Mexican, too.
There you go.
And this is the classiest guy you'll see there in the kitchen, out there. Oh, my. I mean, literally, I was blown away.
It was fun.
So when you talk about class, you've got it, Cheeto.
Cheeto,
100%.
you talk about no class. You met me about a year ago at Las Delicias up on the deck. Little Rich was like, here's a guy that you probably should know. We fell in love immediately, man. You are
exactly a year ago, dude.
I know, exactly a year ago. And you heard me just talking the hyper-local.
Yes.
Talking the hyper-local.
I went to the show once.
I ruined you.
Yeah, because now the new project's 100% local. And
so you're
organic.
doing La Xylophone.
La Xylophone.
It's La Zoca Chill.
La Social, man. The Social.
Say that right there under Cheeto's name. What does that say? La Exo Cheeto? No.
La Kisses and Hugs Cheeto. That's what it says, man.
It's La Sochi, and it's a very near and dear to you project. First, to get it out of the way for everybody.
Yes, please.
What does La Sochi mean?
It's translated flower in Aztec. And our logo, it's a skull, like the Day of the Death, with the big flower in the forehead and the eyes. So that was the initial, little bit hipster 2019. Also taking me back to my roots, you know.
Cheeto,
Mexican,
that food truck screams hipster.
Let's go
it's
quick.
black.
It's like a SWAT team.
Yeah, it is tough.
We have a couple of minutes. I want to get it all in because we have a baptism to do.
What?
What? He says, I like that.
Talk about what your sponsors, your food on your truck, what people can expect.
Everything on the menu, it's going to be local, and most of it's organic. We got Proud Souls.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome, man. Thank you.
Broccolitos tortillas, Growers Organic, Colorado Mills, River Bear meats, Elevation Ketchup. So
Aspen
all
Baking
the
Company.
Aspen Baking Company,
gluten-free
things.
Let me just name
Who
them all
else?
off for you because they're basically
And then
everybody
the Modern
that you
Eater.
met through the Modern
Exactly.
Eater. And I love that. That's the hyper-local family that we have here, Cheeto.
That's
and
what
I
you've
said,
created.
Listen, this is what we've all created, and it's a very special thing. And tonight is the special anointment. So as we have this Colorado Mills oil, and we've got a little oil right in here.
Is there oil and holy water?
If you could remove
Rich,
your hat.
bless the water.
Rich, could you come over here and bless this water, sir?
Reverend.
This is really
Reverend
hipster.
Rich. Could you please? We've got just a couple. We have 45 seconds. Cheeto, if we could take this, I would like to anoint you as the modern eater to you into our hyper-local community. Chef Cheeto, Colorado Mills Oil. I love you, baby. There it is. That's how you do it. Colleen, are you ready? Step on over. We're going to do that to you, too.
Who's the Godfather?
I'll pass. Thank you.
Such a good sport.
Oh,
This is a
that's funny.
family, but this is what it's all about. Cheeto,
Yeah.
you're going to have amazing success, and we're going to get more people. We're going to curate this family. It's going to get bigger, and we would encourage you to be a part of that. We'll continue up next, second hour of the Modern Eater Show. That's good stuff right there, Colleen.
great
You've been in media for a long time. All right, we'll be back in a flash right here from Studio Kitchen, Colorado, the Modern Eater Show.
Ever wonder why Europeans seem to speak so many languages? Maybe it's because they use Babbel.
take advantage. As long as you have equity in your home, you can pay off any debt, not just credit cards. And you can get it done in as few as 10 days. So call American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants today. It takes just 10 minutes to start. There's no commission, no obligation, no pressure, and never any upfront fees. Just a loan customized for your needs. You might even be able to delay up to 2 months of mortgage payments. You have nothing to lose except a bunch of interest expense. So give them a call, 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online. Financing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
Ask Alexa to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio. Then you can hear Tom Martino get you the help you need. Weekdays 10 to 1.
Getting 630 KHOW from iHeartRadio.
If Denver's talking about it, you'll hear it on 630 KHOW.
The following is a paid advertisement. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of KHOW, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
How about a bite to eat?
It's time for the second course, hour number 2 of the Modern Eater.
What are you hungry
That you
for?
can do.
Here's to a meal we're all here for. Delicious and
Big glasses, boys.
The good stuff. With your hosts,
That'd be
Greg
great.
Alabama,
Yeah,
Jake
glasses.
Parker, and Brian Freeman.
You're hot.
All right, yes, indeedy, Mr. Tweedy. Here it goes, the second hour of the Modern Eater Show. And this, I mean, this is when it really livens up. You know, the sun sets on the Mile High City. All's well in the world.
Oh, yes, it does.
It's springtime.
And there's lots of lubrication in the room.
It's the reason for the season.
Isn't it now? Summertime in the Rocky Mountains, friends.
Libations. Thanks for joining us. And live on YouTube and Facebook as well. So if you want to catch full value of the kitchen, you can do it right here. This is what's cool. Sometimes in life you get thrown curveballs.
Curveballs. And we're live every Saturday night here.
Live radio, no man it's master. But we're trying our best. When you got guys like Dr. Josh Valdez who comes in.
Sir.
Man, it's been a while. Welcome
It
back.
has. Thank you for having me,
Good
man.
to see you.
It's been a while.
I think you're the reigning champion bartender of the Modern Eater Show.
Appreciate that, man.
But we
Yeah,
got
that was
guys
fun.
coming for you. Look at Kevin Galaba over there.
Oh,
man, he wants to come at you
killing it
too.
over there.
Look at this studio kitchen. First of all, it's been a while since you've seen it. Describe it.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, it's a live kitchen studio over here, and people are, you know, all local people getting together, and good eats, good drinks, and good crowd, good thing going on over here.
As you would say, down to clown, right?
Always down.
Just having
always.
fun. So we do a lot of chef competitions.
Nice.
But we're going to do bartending competitions too.
Oh, yeah.
So as the reigning king, you take that title of the kitchen just organically.
Oh, yeah.
But you're going to
Comes
have to
natural.
defend it.
Yep, I'm always.
What
got
are you
the-
doing
got the
these
belt.
days?
Right now, I'm bartending at Native Hotel, a little boutique hotel on 16th and Wazee. But, you know, doing a bunch of freelance bartending as
Do you
well.
mind if we network you in?
No, go free, yeah.
I
of
mean,
course.
listen, these are the guys that when you talk to the community, when you have your ear to the ground, you see how people conduct yourself, just like we were talking about on Facebook and social media. You look at a guy like Joshua Valdez, the
Yeah.
doctor, and you go, this is a guy I want in my organization. So
Oh, appreciate
if you
that,
would
man.
have us,
Of course.
we would love to network you into this family.
That would be amazing, yeah.
Do this. You
Look forward
brought
to hanging
you
out
brought
with
us a new friend.
Yeah, this is my good boy, Tony.
And we're going to
Espinoza.
anoint Tony tonight
Yeah.
and welcome him to the family.
That's
I
great.
want you to do the introductions because a lot of times, you know, I can talk about, okay, here he is, hyper local, and Tony Espinoza joins the show. He's got a great green chili recipe, but I want you to give the honor.
Okay, yeah, I could definitely do that. So this is my good buddy. We grew up going to middle school, high school out in Boulder County. Good cat. Our families knew each other growing up, and we met in middle school. But, you know, growing up over the years, we've both been in the service industry for, you know, a decade and a half, 2 decades coming on, and, you know, we just have a passion about food and drinks and, you know, just local stuff, getting together, hanging out, having a good time.
So in rolls a smiling face into the studio kitchen, Colorado, and Tony Espinoza, La Via.
Yeah.
Man, right. All right, man. La Via. Talk about it, Tony, and welcome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's great to be here. You guys got an amazing thing going on here. I think it's really good when you can integrate the, you know, the back of the house with some kind of you know, visual aspect. It gives them an idea of what's going on. But yeah, this is a family family recipe. I deconstructed from grandma's. It's called La Via. Chili means the way in Spanish. Kind of the way we're gonna give back. I did this for the parents and the family. So we're gonna just keep this legacy of the flavor going. It's just all hatched New Mexico Anaheims. It's a fat-free, gluten-free, vegan version, and it's really good for you. I mean, it's a thermal energetic superfood. The Anaheim, you can almost use this as a supplement. There's a lot of good things about it. The sorghum is also a superfood, so it's great for metabolism morning, good for stress, has a little bit releases a little bit of endorphins. It definitely stands up to food, has
We a take little bit shots of of it, yeah. Every morning. After the bars get out, we'll
Every
take
morning.
shots of green chili.
Cheeto, throw a headset on. So I don't know if
There you
you've
go.
officially met him, but this is how we do it at the Modern Eater Network.
There you
We
go.
just get people involved right away. And
it's good.
It's called eating meals and making deals, baby. That's what we do all day
Awesome.
long.
Love it.
Chef Cheeto Arioli, he's firing up La Sochi. And this food truck is going to hit, and it's going to hit hard. He's doing all hyper-local. Green chili burger, please.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, done and done. He's going
You
to
have a food service for you, too. I have a 64-ounce. Comes in 3 ounce. Hey, give it a pop here.
Do it.
Oh, there it is. Give it a smell. Let me know. First things. Oh yeah.
Can we do that? Locally owned and operated, grandma's recipe,
go.
man.
There you
Deconstructed, all good ingredients.
We need to get Cheeto a spoon.
Cheeto.
Yeah, definitely.
Get a ladle.
This is something definitely worth putting in your mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and this gives us all the reasons to keep talking about each other.
Yeah, this is great. You
This
guys
is how you do business with each other,
Right.
right?
And it should be,
That's right.
it's one of those things. Hospitality does a lot of us, but it is what we do. We're hospitality, back of the house, front of the house, and
Please don't say it's terrible. that ruin the whole deal, Josh. You know what? He'd be like, oh.
Nah, you got to give it a taste now.
I will.
Now you need to try it.
Try that out,
So this
Greg.
is a true
That's
hot.
pretty
It's
good,
got some
man.
bite, so. But it's all Anaheims, all hatched New
can
Mexico
handle that
Anaheims in there. No jalapeno or anything like that. That's what green chili is, the Anaheim pepper. So
Jay,
Good heat.
this is your deal, Jay.
Gotta
Got to
try
get
this,
Jay
Jay.
on
pass
it.
it around. This
But
is
I want you to
this is a
give
real deal.
Jay, give
So
your
wait, hey,
reaction.
let me
Oh,
ask a question here,
it's hot.
guys. If I could get you some
It's hot.
killer Anaheims
There you
from
go.
like
How's it
Pueblo,
Uh-huh.
and we could switch that to some Colorado Anaheims.
Yeah, that's always a
I got
good
a bag.
avenue. I mean, I'm definitely looking for new
Right on.
growers all
Dude,
the time.
we got you.
I need a
Nice.
plantation. We got to go organic. There's
I'm doing
there's
it.
different
I
ways.
did
So
it.
I got it
Nice.
going.
Dude. I
Perfect.
did organic, everything,
Yeah.
100% local.
Great. That's awesome. We can do it.
It's got a kick to it.
It's
Yeah,
good,
it
dude.
does.
Yeah, that's a true hot right there.
I just got off of
Hatch
my
New Mexico.
menopause hot flash behind this grill, and now I'm back into the heat.
Yeah.
Did Jay
definitely
try that?
Warm up the temperature in
Give
here.
Jay a little hit of that.
Yeah, try that out, Jay.
Take the gum out.
Yeah, green chili gum.
All right.
Coming to
Why,
stores near you.
why is Dave
walking the wrong way. He's getting him.
He doesn't know it's like he's getting him a new
fresh
spoon.
Thought he was
Fresh
going to put
spoon.
it on a quesadilla.
All right, Jay, give your response in Spanish, please.
Yeah.
Muy caliente.
¿Sabes qué? No dices caliente, ¿ok? Ya dices pica.
Pica.
Ya pica.
No word for.
Pero está bien sabrosa.
Sí.
Ya tiene un poco pica, pero instantamente.
Sí, eso es.
Instantamente. Bien rápido ya se pone la pica.
Eso es.
Yeah, I
porque
like
no,
that.
No
What Jay
tienen
said.
ese no
Hey,
tiene
Josh, this
grasa.
show's come a long way,
I
huh?
like it.
Bilingual now.
It's good. This is good fun.
We
man.
needed to do that. You
Oh,
know?
thanks, thanks.
If you're not having fun, I mean, we're not lugging rocks around a prison yard. I mean, truly, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
This is a community, food and beverage, Colorado at its finest. I can't think, you narrow it down. First of all, you're lucky to be alive.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Bless you.
You're lucky to be on Earth.
Yep.
You're lucky to be in the United States.
There you
And
go.
Colorado.
And then you're lucky to be in Colorado,
no doubt.
and then we're lucky to be in front of each other tonight.
No doubt.
What are the
Y'all
chances
look
of
handsome.
those?
Hey, can I get a chocolate chip cookie?
You'll find out it's an oatmeal raisin, and then you'll figure out it's an edible.
Switch it up on it.
And then it'll all be over with. Thank you so much, Tony Espinosa.
Hey, I really appreciate it.
We're
It's
gonna
been
do
fun.
good
This
things for
This
Matt.
place is awesome. So
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
All right. Well,
Thanks for coming down tonight.
just get ready for the ride.
Okay, I will.
Doctor, just keep being the doctor.
Hey, that's
Joshua
that's my
Valdez.
purpose here to serve up kindness.
You got the long locks going on.
Yeah,
these
kind of
days,
just
huh?
growing out
Yeah.
the do. I got inspired by Jay, and then he cut
Oh,
his,
he
and
cut
I grew
it.
mine
Oh,
in.
that's right. Well, Jay lost 40 pounds, and I found it. So maybe there's something to
that's
that.
good,
That's
man.
good
That's
stuff,
good.
man. You guys are great. Cocktails. That's
Oh,
a
yes.
You met Kevin Galaba over
Those
here?
are tasty cocktails too. I'm liking what they're doing over there at 12 Point. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Really good Moscow Mule.
What do you got, Tony?
Oh, just saying, they're from my hometown as well. I got this green chill out of Lafayette, and their distilleries there too.
That's fantastic.
So,
Lafayette's changed quite a bit. Lots of things going on there, man.
There's
Great little town.
Yeah, it's the east side of Boulder County right there. So, there's a lot of heritage there, a lot of good heritage. It's a coal mining town. Everything around there is old school. So it's got a lot of good Mexican heritage there. The Espinosa, Archuletas, a lot of family members, and that's where all this comes from. It's
We're
just
gonna catch up with
love
you.
and the heritage from a lot of Mexican family and like Italian.
How'd you know to bring the right guy?
Dude, it's just
How
like
did
it's
you
all
know?
freestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, last question before we go to break. His favorite restaurant in Lafayette there?
Definitely going to be La Familia not La Familia, so Efrain's. Efrain's for...
Efrain's, okay,
yeah,
okay.
For Mexican food, that is, yeah. There you
Okay.
go.
And then your other?
So there's a good little spot that I go for sandwiches. It's on the corner. It's called Eats and Sweets. It's a good little local spot. The guy does awesome sandwiches and gelato, and right next to a little park right there off Public Avenue. So
nice.
I have to try that out.
Tony Espinosa, man, I'm telling you, this is good. The heat is
Good
right where it
lingering,
should be. It's good stuff, right? And Chef Chito, you're going to do more with this, and I can't wait
sure.
to develop this story. It's La Villa, and live it, man. Let's keep
No,
going,
that's it.
right? All right,
Appreciate
thanks.
it.
Good to meet
Knuckles.
you, man.
Hey,
Josh,
brother.
you stick
Love
around. You want to meet a couple of cool girls?
I would love to.
All right, the Whiskey Sisters, they're coming up next. Felicia and Stephanie Ohnmacht. They're coming up next right here. It is Studio Kitchen Colorado and the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio. Yeah.
All right, Facebook viewers, here we are. We're going to keep up a little bit of this theme of the sustainability, but the sustainability of the chef. And a guy that we've had great conversations with, Danny Flanagan. Let's share some of those thoughts with some of our viewers.
Well, it's a 24/7 job, but you have to have the release. You have to have something that you can do and still be a chef. Mine, I go to the gym and I drink beer. Chef Moore, he has his kid. Loves spending time with him, loves having that, and that's kind of his release. I know you love cars and you love that world. We all have to have that world, even while we're still being chefs.
Yeah, we've got to give ourselves that permission to take care of ourselves too.
Yeah, it's you can still be, on call, whatever you want to say, but you're able to get out and just forget about it for a little while.
Yeah.
I tell my staff, if I head to the gym, my headphones are in, you may not get the call back right away. I notice it, I look at it, but it's about, that's my moment, that's my little bit of time to do something that I can forget about the world for a minute.
Yeah, no, there's none better than this guy. Well, hey, we're going to slide on out of here so you can hear some information on some great other Colorado hyper-local companies.
Headache out of trying to build your own website or design graphics? Who has time for that? F. Johnson Design will get you up and running with a professional and great-looking website. Design sharp graphics to your specifications and have your site up faster than you think. Logo, package design, SEO coding, and more. F. Johnson Design did the Modern Eater's website. Go to themoderneater.com to check out some of their work. Reach out to F. Johnson Design at fjohnsondesign.com.
Hey, it's Chef Elon Wenzel, owner of Element Knife Company. If you cook, then you'll know the importance of a quality knife and proper care. My training in Japan exposed me to exceptional cutlery. That's why I am so excited to offer you the knives I fell in love with. Element Knife Company is chef-driven, and my goal is to support and educate. Get at me for a knife clinic or conversation. Find me at elementknife.com or by simply calling 303-460-4628. For the best knives in your kitchen, think Element Knife Company.
Hey, it's Greg Hollenbach, and here we go. Beer festival season coming right up, and if you like great Belgian-style beers, there's an event that you don't want.
50.
The third annual Belgium Brew Fest, and it's happening Sunday, April 28th, next to Bruz Beers in Midtown. The fest will include 12 breweries, including Bruz, Briar Common, River North Periodic Elevation, Goldspot, The Thirsty Monk, Liberati, Paradox, and Intrepid Sojourner, plus special guests from Omegang and Duval. All these breweries will be bringing their best Belgian-style beers. The party continues after the fest with live music, food trucks, and special beers and pricing at Bruz right after the fest. The Belgian Brew Fest is Sunday, April 28th from 1 to 4 p.m. in the garden next to Bruz Beers. It's at 1675 West 67th Avenue in Denver. Tickets are limited, so get yours now at BelgianBrewFest.com. Join the party for some Belgian-style badassery at the Belgian Brew Fest on April 28th. We'll see you there.
This is the modern.
Okay, in the third break.
Group. I'll see you guys soon.
My name is Jennifer Jasinski, and I'm listening to the Modern Knitter Show on iHeartRadio.
No, not in this one. It was in the next one. I'll kick it out, though. You guys are hot.
Yeah. All right, back at it. Studio Kitchen, Colorado, the Modern Eater Show. Here we go. Why not? It's a return visit. Greg Hollenbeck, Brian Freeman. We've got the whole cast and crew with us. But all's well in the world, especially when we're having a little bit of libations.
Yes, we're rolling into the second hour of the Modern Eater, and you know what that means, folks?
Cheers is what it means.
Cheers.
A return visit from the Ohnmachts.
The Ohnmachts are here.
The sisters are here.
The sisters have arrived.
Stephanie and Felicia, Whiskey Sister Supply Company.
Trouble times two.
Angels. Angels. Oh, no,
Angels.
the halos may be a little crooked. Our parents are a little disappointed. Don't say anything, Felicia. They'll believe us if we say there's no broken egg.
You brought us a friend.
We did. We brought friends.
I like it.
Chris
I like it.
Schooley
Well, give us
from-
an introduction.
This is Chris Schooley from Troubadour Maltings. He's becoming slowly, we're going to get it there, our malting partner. So they'll be starting to malt some of our grains for
What does that
people to
mean?
use.
So people are like, my malting partner. What does it? Am I going to go down to the soda shop and get a malt?
Yeah,
and
well-
that's our-
Oh, yeah.
What does it mean?
Well, how do you make beer?
Yeah, to take cereal seeds and make them usable for brewing or accessing the sugars, you have to sprout them. Basically, is what the malting process is you rehydrate it, and then you germinate it, so you're making it grow, and then from that point you can kiln it. And in the kiln, you can create a bunch of different products. The color that you're going to get from your beer, head retention, all of that, and a lot of mouthfeel and flavor, and all of that comes from the malts.
Okay, let me back you up, Chris, because you said cereal. Wait,
Yeah.
cereal? What is this, like Frosted Flakes, or
Yeah,
what? Which
well-
kind? Which way are we going with cereal?
So when we talk about cereal, we're talking about our grains like rye and oats and wheat and barley. And it's funny, we get a lot of tours through the malt house, and people taste our malted barley, and they're always like, "Oh, this tastes like breakfast cereal." And you're like, "Well, that's where breakfast cereal comes from.
So
that's where cereal comes from."
Now we have a setup. Let's do another rewind. It has to come from somewhere. Where do you come from, and where is this great malting product coming from?
So we're up in Fort Collins, Colorado, and we work with farms throughout the northern Colorado area. That's one.
But specifically the Whiskey Sisters.
And the
farm.
Whiskey Sisters.
Right,
So
right.
the cool thing about the Whiskey Sisters, what's going on is our growers where we're at in Colorado want to shy away from growing rye, and then the oats that they grow is normally for ground cover just to bind up the soil, so they're not necessarily growing the oat varieties that we might use for a specialty product. And so we connected with the Whiskey Sisters to source rye and oats because the rye will be really evasive to other crops, to those farms in that area. So we're able to work with them on rye and oats. And on the flip side, where they're at in Colorado, barley is a lot more difficult. And so we can supply them with barley. So we have a perfect, just congruous relationship to supply each other with the cereals that we need to
I love it.
take it to
Community,
the next
right,
level.
Greg? I mean, is this community at its best all the way around?
Saying a lot of the right things, and in this community, there are other folks that do the same thing. But I trust the Whiskey Sisters and their alignments with people. Why? Why do you want to work with this gentleman right here?
You know, I was looking at it when we sat and talked about it. There was something that really struck me is we both value working so closely with the community. Yes, we may not be the direct farmers, and we're not actually doing it ourselves, but we want to help the community. We want to bring that all together, and those values kind of meshed with us. So it kind of just worked out. You know, I think my mom lit a bunch of candles, and it all kind of like came together, and Catholic candles, and yeah, it just really worked out for us.
Yeah, well, and I think the other big part is just that connection all the way across. Like, you know, local is a big thing. This is this whole podcast, right? This is the tone of this podcast. But we really try to focus on those proper nouns. Instead of just saying, hey, this is local malt, we try to say, hey, we're working with the Whiskey Sisters. We're working with Felicia and Stephanie on this. We're working with Greg Walker on Highway 14 and County Road 3, like real people in places, rather than just saying all Colorado or all local. we want to make real connections and start attaching people and places to these things.
You
in
said a lot of great
tangible way.
things there, but one thing stood out. It's an ongoing debate, and we did this about a year ago or something. Is it Felicia or Felicia?
Oh, I say it. I'm the only one that says it wrong.
No, I think you say it Felicia too.
Because her old man says Felicia.
The family says Felicia, but then people that are used to seeing Friday, they're like, Felicia. So then they're like, bye, Felicia. And so whatever, I respond.
So here it goes back to Aunt Felicitas. So my dad's aunt.
Favorite aunt.
Favorite aunt was Felicity, and then Felicitas, and then...
I was Felice for a while.
So we called her Felice until she was...
Well, you called me Flea.
Well, that was later, but she was Felice until she was maybe junior high, and then she said, no more Felice, and then...
So who is she?
I don't know.
She is a wonderful, beautiful...
It's gonna evolve into Felicia.
Felicia.
Felicia. I mean, you remember?
Well, I want to know which
Brian
one's younger, which one's older. I know that's terrible. It totally does because
Brian,
because I love to do that. Well, but I love to see
That's
because
a man
siblings.
question, Brian.
No.
Don't
This
ask
is
it.
more about siblings.
That's the first time Dave has ever rang in.
I know.
Dave, I'll buy you a drink.
He's been on fire tonight.
I like that.
If they think I'm older, it's because I'm more mature and wiser in my decisions.
This is where
Well, but that's why I love this, because there is the sibling rivalry, which you both are pulling your organization, your family farm together.
Yes.
And that's what I think is so cool, because I too have siblings. I don't get along as well as you two do.
Oh, they don't.
Let's not go that far. I mean...
Yeah, they have their moments. I want to do this. So, breweries, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Distilleries.
Yeah.
We're going to introduce you to a new brewery.
Oh, fantastic.
So Charlie Gottenkieny, I want to put a headset on Charlie. This is Bruz Beers in Midtown, right here. And I want you just to talk about your company. And so Charlie Gottenkieny, please welcome. This is our new friend.
There's a mic right here
Mr.
for you, Charlie.
And talk about this like you want to introduce your product to a new brewery.
Well, actually, Charlie and I were talking just a minute ago, and he said the magic words to me, which was like the key was differentiation, was really looking at something different. Like one of our focuses at Troubadour is rather than just trying to make the Colorado version of commodity malt, commodity two-row base pale, we've really modeled a lot of our products off of European and UK style malts and hybridize those things, because there's a real opportunity to just differentiate in the marketplace. And for a brewer like Charlie to get excited about a new flavor, you have to provide that excitement. If it's just doing the same thing that the next thing does, then it's not going to be the same.
Wait, get ready for this voice. I got to introduce this voice. It's Charlie Gottenkieny, the beautiful dulcet tones.
Hello.
Hello, Charlie. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, and just to punctuate what he was saying, we do craft beer. He does craft malt, which really contributes to differentiation in craft beer. We are all about having 15 beers on the counter that no two are alike.
Well, so what kind of crazy things, Charlie, are you two talking about? Where would you go when you want to do something unique? Where would you go with this? What would you have this fine young man malt something for you?
Well, I don't know if he'll malt it custom for us, but he doesn't need to. They make a lot of, a pretty wide range of malts. I've been on their website, and I've always been intrigued by them, but I've never used them yet. So
and very smart point of yours is that here we are, and we talk about building those alliances, right?
Absolutely.
Loyalty is a lot. Charlie already has a provider, right? So how do you get over that loyal to where you've tipped the scales?
Well, again, differentiation is the whole thing there. When you can differentiate that supply chain, we're not here to say, hey, flip the switch, everybody has to use Troubadour malts now. We couldn't supply all that. We want to just pepper something in that's really special and really unique and just give you new opportunities to go in different directions.
That's sneaky, man. I don't know if that is.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. It's
But that's why we like it.
we
It's
just
the differentiation
that's
stuff.
good. Yeah, I mean, you get in there, you learn what people want. You provide them with some one-offs.
Absolutely.
And then you get them. And I don't know who your partners are at this point in time, but could you name drop a few people that you're working with right now?
We do a ton with True Brewing just down the road here at their Asset Temple. They're probably one of our biggest supporters. Our mutual friend we've worked with since day one. Purpose up in Fort Collins, Horse and Dragon. Goldspot, who's on later. We've done a bunch with Kelissa, a lot of really cool stuff where she's been really creative with some of our other malts and taking them in directions that really embrace that spirit of differentiation. So,
Chris, I think that's awesome. And Greg, I don't know if you heard, though, he might not want to be big. He might want to just have
Oh, come on.
He might just want to have one beer at every brewery
I understand.
around town, and that might be enough that he can produce. And he's happy. We don't need to be the Anheuser-Busch of malting,
we
do
don't.
we? Now
We don't, and that's the thing too. Is like we're over the moon when a brewer uses 100% our malts in a beer, but we're trying to make tools that they want to use in a bunch of different stuff. So like maybe we're 10% of the malt bill, but now we're 10%. You like that specific quality that you get from that thing, so you're going to put it in all your beers because you can't get it from anywhere else. And now we're everywhere instead of just in one little beer once a year.
Do you like stories?
We're storytellers, man.
Well, listen to this story, because Charlie always has one locked and loaded for me.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're going to talk about Belgium Brew Fest that's coming up tomorrow, Charlie. I think there's
Tomorrow.
only a couple of tickets left.
Tomorrow, but you can get them.
Can you tell me a story first?
Well, let me think on that. I didn't come with a.
You didn't come with a story?
planned story tonight, so.
Oh my!
But give me a few minutes.
Would give you a few minutes? Okay, live radio. I'll give you a couple of minutes there. It's 7:30
It's almost
on
like we need to pepper
6:30
in some,
KHOW. Do this, Charlie. Talk about tomorrow and what people can see for the festivities.
Yeah, well, the Belgian Brew Fest is something we do every year. This will be the third annual, and it really is a celebration of Belgian-style beer. So we're really excited this year. We've got two guest breweries. One is Ohnmacht out of Cooperstown, New York, a fantastic Belgian-style brewery. And then we've got Duvel out of Belgium, which is one of the best beers in the world, in my opinion.
Have you ever been there?
I have not been to Duvel, although we will be seeing it in 2 weeks when we take our tour of Belgium. We have a 10-day
folks,
tour.
that's the stud that Charlie is.
When was-
Charlie's like, listen, I'm not going to Duvel. They're coming to me.
When
Okay.
was the last time you were in Belgium?
I was in Belgium about 3 years ago.
Yeah, but give it some time.
Give me a story.
Okay, well, one story that I can tell of Belgium is going in and deciding one night I was going to try to taste all the quadruples at this particular bar.
Yes.
Now, a quadruple will be anywhere from 9 to 13% alcohol. So this is a pretty ambitious project, and they don't so much do little tasters over there. So I had to get a larger glass, and I made it into all of them. I don't think I finished all of them, and I can definitely remember kind of rolling down the hill to my hotel afterwards.
It sounds like me and my first night in Las Vegas, and I booked a week trip. But the second night, I wanted to go home. Did you want to go home or just keep continuing?
No, I just wanted to recover, have some coffee the next morning, and start over.
Belgium Brew Fest, can you get tickets at the door?
You can get tickets at the door. You can get them online right now. I think they're actually a little cheaper if you get them in advance, but they're still available online at our website, bruzbeers.com. So BRUZ beers.com. And
where are you located, Charlie?
We're at 67th and Pecos, and that's where the festival will be. You can't miss it. If you come up there tomorrow, you'll see lots of tents set up, lots of great. We have a dozen Denver breweries that brew Belgian-style beers, and we are just really excited.
Is there a website I can go check all this out?
It's called BelgianBrewFest.com.
Nice.
And the party doesn't end when the Brew Fest does, because it's adjacent to Bruz Beers. So live music, food trucks, Bruz Beers, delicious beers, none better.
Yeah.
Charlie Gottenkieny. I hope to see a collaboration here someday.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, we're already talking about it,
Cool.
so we will be using some Troubadour malt.
Yeah.
Troubadour Malt and Christopher Schooley. Man, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Whiskey
thank you guys.
Sisters, as
Yeah.
always.
It's good to see you guys.
Oh,
Thank you.
Love you guys. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll come right back. We're going to do distilling, and On Point Distillery is coming up next, and David Snyder and Stephanie Snyder. They're on deck, and we're going to learn about these delicious hyper-local spirits next on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Thanks, Greg. Modern Eater viewers, we're getting in the home stretch. We got a couple segments left. I snagged someone out of the audience today. Jake, it's his first time here, so I'm going to call him a Modern Eater, a studio kitchen virgin, if you will. And so, what do you think of the joint?
This is everything I could hope for and more. I mean, we're talking hyper-local, fantastic chefs, fantastic ingredients, and just a community feel. I couldn't ask for anything more.
We call it the Culinary Church, and you coming from Shamrock, you know, we'd love to have you guys down here, but isn't it fun? You get to see you get to talk to the chef, you get to talk to the grower. I mean, just the full circle.
Yep. I couldn't agree with you more.
That's awesome.
I mean, the food has been excellent. I mean, thank you for bringing this up. I would have never known about it if it hadn't been for you. My first time, like you said.
But won't be the last time.
It will not be the last time. I mean, this is a community that I see growing.
It should be on. It should be on. Battery out. Okay, well, it's about the batteries out on the mic. We keep having mic problems. But hey, we're going to dump out. It's about time. Stay tuned, watch, listen to some of the spots from our sponsors. You will get better.
So is there any sound at all?
It might have been fading. Battery, but you'll
Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you too want to serve the healthiest, most vibrant tasting foods, you must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyper-local, Colorado grown, cold pressed in Lamar, Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic, and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
Hey everyone, it's Colleen Ferreira with the Colorado Chefs Association. Are you ready to put your passion to work? Well, we train the future chefs of Colorado, and we want you to join us. The Colorado Chefs Association is recruiting for our fall semester right now. Join our American Culinary Federation accredited cooking program. Work in a professional kitchen and get paid, all while earning your sous chef certification. Email me at colleen@acfcoloradochefs.org. I'd love to hear from you. Join our excitement
1 minute.
for a new future.
Do you have the goods? If you're looking for a neighborhood restaurant that features gluten-free menu items, stop by The Goods. Whether you're a vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, or even a meat lover, they've got something for everyone. Do you love a great sandwich? How about wood oven roasted vegetables on multigrain bread with rosemary mayo and olives, vegan and certified gluten-free? Or for the meat lover, try one of their most popular menu items, the Paleo Bowl. With house-smoked pork, wood oven roasted veggies, 2 sunny-side-up eggs, and Indonesian sambal sauce. It's delicious. At
30.
Restaurant featuring dinner, brunch, and full bar with 2 happy hours daily. They truly care about you, the customer, and desire to provide an extraordinary dining experience for everyone. They're family and children-friendly, and even have a playroom for the little ones. The Goods, a friendly neighborhood restaurant offering a wide menu of gluten-free and vegan options. And they don't forget about meat lovers, with a staff that really cares. On East Colfax, directly connected to the Tattered Cover Bookstore. Hungry? TheGoodsRestaurant.com.
Hi, everybody. This is Chef Carrie Barrett from Bardo here in Denver. Ooh, okay, that sounds good. And you are listening to The Modern Eater on iHeartRadio.
You're hot.
All right, back at it, Studio Kitchen, Colorado. The Modern Eater Show continues on the final home stretch right now. We've got a lot of ground to cover, but right now, joining the show, On Point Distillery, and David Snyder and Stephanie Snyder. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lex,
we're so excited to be here.
We met you last weekend, Lex. How are
Thanks
you?
for having me back.
Absolutely.
Of course.
And
Thanks for
Kevin
coming back.
Galaba, friends and family. He's basically you are friend and family. Good to have you here. We're going to do a little bit of talking about spirits and distilling and your beautiful place. First of all, who wants to talk about On Point Distillery?
I'll start. We started building about 3 years ago, and we opened our doors about 11 months ago. We make, in addition to making whiskey, vodka, rum, we produce a variety of flavored spirits. In fact, we're probably best known for our flavored spirits.
Really? Okay.
They're all very strongly, they're all robust spirits for producing distinctively flavored craft cocktails.
So whiskey, vodka, rum.
Whiskey, vodka, rum.
Gotcha.
We've got blackberry vodka, raspberry vodka. Both require more than a pound of fruit to make every bottle.
Wow, you guys are doing infusions, huh?
There's no added sugar, so there's plenty of room for a liqueur if you're going to make a craft cocktail.
What's the alcohol on those?
80 proof on both of the berry vodkas.
And what about the liqueurs? What's our proof on those?
Well, each one's a little bit different. Well, we also make an amaretto liqueur, which is about 60 proof. It's very strongly flavored. A coffee liqueur, Kona Black, which is includes coffee from the Big Island of Hawaii.
I'm excited to try these. I got to tell you, I'm sitting over here
so
looking
I've
at all these
got-
flavors.
And while we're trying, tell us what we're trying. But I
So
want
this is the Kona, which he was just talking about. So
talk about your tasting room.
So the tasting room is in
Right here
Lafayette.
tonight.
Yeah, right here.
Lafayette.
Yep, Lafayette, Old Town, right on South Public Road. Well, she knows what it tastes like, but Kevin, I'll give you some. And we've been open for almost a year. It has a huge patio. We're dog-friendly, family-friendly, and it's really become a great staple in the community. We're doing live music on Thursdays. Once the summer hits, which is right around the corner, we are doing food truck Fridays. So lots of great activities. You can come out and enjoy the sun and a great cocktail.
So first taste, this is the coffee
go ahead.
one.
But I do see a problem. These tasters are way too small.
I know, they're communion cups, right?
Those of you that like
I saw you guys blessing the water earlier. So.
those of you that like the Van Gogh espresso one, but you want to support good and hyper local community.
This is so much better,
Just
though.
eliminate that from your life.
Yes, you don't need that.
Go ahead and get this because this is delicious, and I want to make a martini with it right now.
This actually just won the gold at the Denver International Spirit Competition.
Show
so
off.
we are so excited. We just
That's
ordered some of those
fantastic.
like fancy stickers for the bottle.
Congratulations. That's
Thanks.
great. I love to hear that. So whiskey as well. Have you aged it yet? Is it to fruition, or are you waiting to?
It's sitting in barrels, so
Good for
you'll have
you.
to wait a little while.
All right. You're not doing a blend or anything else to subsidize that, or selling white whiskey in the name of it? It's a tough business, man.
There's no white whiskey at the moment. What keeps the doors open is are the flavored spirits.
Yeah, good for you guys, because you know what? When that whiskey hits, it's going to be a free-for-all.
Let's have a launch party here.
Yeah.
Let's do it right
That's
here.
fantastic.
Whose dream was this? You two? David?
Well, it was kind of the family kind of came together to do it. We all used to work in the pharmaceutical industry. I used to be in R&D. Stephanie used to be in marketing and sales, and we're all kind of burnt out from that industry, so we decided to come together.
So
and do
David
something
had
as a
more
family.
money than he knew what to do with, and he wanted to drain it into a project to
The
where you
drain
actually
is the key
sit
there.
for 3 years. You hemorrhage money. I mean, I get it, and I
Well,
watch.
that's the tasting room, really. We put a lot of time and effort to create a great environment, and that's sustaining us while we build
That's so
the
cool.
product that we want.
And you know what? You're on to something, because a lot of times, here's the conundrum. You have to, if you have a tasting room, you have to have your own products. You can't go outside and you can't get. So you guys have a one-up on anybody, because here's all these great mixers to be able to make delicious drinks with. And already I'm just wanting to get up there immediately and do that. Well thought out business plan. And as a seasoned pro from Friends and Family and Kevin Galaba, where you have a new product tonight, at first blush, you emailed back and forth. What do you got for us, my friend?
Well, I'm really lucky to work with another wonderful local distillery, hyper local. Love what you guys are doing. Thank you so much. This coffee liqueur is phenomenal, by the way. I'm going to make a quick Moscow Mule, and this is a one-stop shop mule mix here. It's got your alcohol in there, your ginger, and your lime as well. So
First of all, can I pause?
Whoa,
How
whoa,
cool is it to hear someone else talk about your spirits? That's really fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another bartender, because that's the name of the game. That's what you want to play with. That's the accounts that you want to get, and you want that groundswell, that word of mouth. And Kevin,
Absolutely.
just continue.
Yeah, and so they were telling me they serve these in real high volume at the distillery, so I'm sure that this is a real easy and quick way to do this. So we're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of this. This is a high proof spirit here as well, so you'll only need 3/4 ounce of
Is
that.
it 180?
It's 170 proof.
Oh, well, heck,
Oh, no, I
nice.
take that back. You're right. It is 180 proof.
Did I see
no,
this?
170 proof.
Did I see this on Facebook today? It was like coming to Denver. And is this something? I think I saw this today. You guys are doing a great
This
job.
is great for bars and restaurants because it cuts down on the time, the waste, and the cost for them. So, it's great for us in the tasting room, but really a lot of the bars and restaurants in the area. Lex is our brand manager, and she's really worked to build the relationship with those customers.
We met her at a Bruz's.
Yes, exactly. See?
She's out there working. I'm telling you, if she's turning in her
Gotta
daily
put her to
log,
work.
she was at a Bruz's. I can testify to that one. I don't know what she
You got to
did.
try this, Greg. This is
job's really hard. I
really,
have to go out
really
and
neat.
everybody.
I got to tell you, it's very ginger forward. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crisp, refreshing, something for the summer. Right now here in the Rocky Mountain.
That'd be a go-to. But
Yeah, wouldn't it be?
completely at 170. Wow, how many of these could I have? But 14 maybe?
Well, you only get a 3/4 ounce pour, so it's the equivalent of 1.6 ounces of regular vodka.
That's delicious. I'll keep that real
Yeah.
close to me.
Patio pounder.
Don't pass that on.
Okay, next.
And I hear they just opened up a patio at the distillery, too.
We've had the patio, but it's coming to that season, right? So we're going to do a big patio grand opening party along with our anniversary party, our 1-year anniversary, May 31st and June 1st. Music all weekend, food trucks. It's going to be a blast.
Let me ask. David said this is a family business. Tell me more of the family members.
My father's a mechanical engineer. He's the one who designed and all of the equipment and stills. I have a background in chemistry, so I'm the one that uses all of the equipment. Stephanie does marketing and sales. My brother's also in marketing and sales.
And his mom keeps the books
my mother
clean
keeps
and
all the
keeps us
books.
in check.
I can't wait to taste your whiskey.
Yeah.
I really
cocktail.
can't.
Exciting. Yeah, so this one he's making features our amaretto and our raspberry vodka. This is one that you could easily make at home. It's both of those plus cranberry juice and orange juice. And one of the cool things we did is we put all of our recipes on our website. Because how many times you go and buy a bottle of something different and get home and don't really know what to do with it?
Yep.
So any of the cocktails that we make in the tasting room, you can make at home.
Oh,
All
that's
right,
awesome.
let's go
Yeah.
down the line. As you finish it, do you have something to say about this cocktail, Kevin?
Well, I'll give you the recipe. It's an ounce and a half of the amaretto, half ounce of the raspberry vodka, half ounce of orange juice, and half ounce of cranberry. I'm going to shake that and put that into a cocktail glass with an orange wedge garnish.
And
love
that's
that
similar
sound.
to another. I know there's something similar there. I mean, come on now. That's a summer drink if I ever heard one.
It is refreshing for sure.
Oh, it looks
especially
good.
having all this amazing food tonight. This was a great compliment.
Would egg white be good enough or no?
Yes.
On the top there, yeah. And you know
Just
what?
wondering.
I got to tell you, watching Kevin pour a drink,
He's great.
He's a pro, man.
He is a pro.
I love to have him around. And folks, if you are in the industry, go check out Friends and Family Facebook page because it really means a lot what Kevin is doing.
I'm
Thank
going
you.
first on this
giving
one.
him
Oh, really? Now, okay. Look
you
at
want
him.
Brian to have it?
He
Go ahead.
got in there.
He's
He
I
got
want to
in
do
there.
this.
arms.
So I want to take 30 seconds. We're going to give 10 apiece. Just like 2 thoughts on why you should come visit your distillery. Go ahead, Lex.
We're amazing. We have some of the best craft cocktails in the market right now. I'm really confident with that. We're doing a lot of fun stuff. We're very family oriented. We should just come up and give us a try. Come have a good time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Stephanie.
so for locals, it's definitely the spot to be coming into summer with our amazing patio, and we have a new menu that's launching in a couple weeks, so that'll be fun. But for all the bars and restaurants out there who are interested, we will come actually to you. So
And
it'll be
taste
this
it.
one right here.
Okay,
And
wait.
you want Lex
If
stopping
you're
by.
coming out to me, I've got a jacuzzi. I'd like to fill it with this right here, and I'd like to have
That's
about
a
100 of my friends come over with a straw,
And are we
and we'll
considered
just have a
friends
good
now?
old
We're
time.
friends.
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
you had more
You
than
started the
30
party. What are you
seconds
talking about
to
here?
think, David.
Our
If-
products are unique. You're simply not going to find them elsewhere. They cannot be easily substituted by any other commercial products.
Wow, mic drop right there,
Yes,
David.
yes.
Man, I love you guys. You
Oh,
did
thanks.
such a great job tonight. I learned a new thing. It was called like a bro cinnamon roll or something. Give me.
I'm not a bro,
Yeah,
but-
bring your hand in here.
Oh,
like
everybody.
Just circle that
Oh,
in there.
everybody.
There you go. We got a bro
I see.
roll. I don't know. That's pretty cool, man.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you guys so
Thank
much.
you very much for having us. It was a
hello.
blast.
A cool on point distillery, and go visit them. Lafayette, Colorado, and seems to be a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a hot spot there tonight in Lafayette, Colorado. You should check it out, folks.
Are you ready for Goldspot Brewing Company?
I'm ready.
All right, they're
I'm
coming
ready.
up next. All right, why not?
I am ready.
Kevin, you want to stick around for that? All right, why not? Kevin's going to stick around, and we're going to come up next with Goldspot Brewing Company and Kelissa Hieber. She'll be up next right here. Booze and News is next on the Modern Eater Show.
Brian, you are so right about the hot spot. Talk about the hot spot. It's right here. I've got Felicia and Stephanie, the Whiskey Sisters.
Right, you do.
What's happening? What's happening with corn?
Oh, corn. We're corn planting. I'm glad you said something. We are in the mood of corn planting. We were going to have a farmer come tonight, but he says I can plant a circle of corn in 4 or 5 hours, so I'd rather be planting corn than being on the radio
Who
tonight.
says no to you? This is the first man that's ever said no to these girls.
Oh, he'll pay for it later. Don't you worry.
I'm sure. I'm sure. So you're planting now, harvest around October?
Harvest around Halloween-ish.
See?
You're
I
good.
know my corn.
You do know your corn.
I do know,
What are tortillas made out of?
Corn. So what else is happening? You got the new corn.
We got the new corn, and we have rye, we have wheat, and then we have a malting part. We're working with malting our rye and our oats with them. So
are those grains or seeds?
Grains.
And seeds, both.
Seeds. I knew seedy girls. Say no more. Say no more. We're going to head into the off-ramp. It's our last break. Stay tuned. Watch and learn about some of our best sponsors.
18233.
At food. This is Peter Allman, the founder of South River Aquaponics and Alpenglow Mushrooms. As a Le Cordon Bleu trained chef, I know the importance of quality ingredients. That's why in 2013, I left the fine dining to start a sustainable organic farm. At South River Aquaponics Alpenglow, we are the leader in sustainable growing practices, utilizing our natural resources as effectively as possible. No pesticides, no GMOs, no funny business, just clean, honest food.
1 minute.
Old world techniques combined with modern technology to bring you the best possible produce. Our gourmet mushroom facility provides CO2 for our greenhouse that grows tilapia as well as lettuces and herbs in our aquaponics system. Look for us in natural grocers, City Market, and served on the plates of Colorado's finest chefs. At South River Aquaponics Alpenglow Mushrooms, we're growing greener. To learn more about aquaponics and see our products, go to our website at southriveraquaponics.com. South River Aquaponics, the future of farming.
My dad's vegetables are so good, I can't live without them.
Hey, Colorado chefs. Brian
30.
In the Modern Eater Talk Show. Do you care about where your food comes from? I do. Do you want loyalty from customers who care about that as well? I can help by providing top quality organic produce with reliable delivery, knowledgeable sales team who genuinely care about how food is grown, transported, and served. Chefs, Growers Organic will ensure you have excellent ingredients for your next James Beard dinner, your nightly specials, or your regular menu items. Join the organic revolution and go organic with Growers Organic. Look us up online at growersorganic.com.
Now it's time for the Modern Eaters Booze in the News segment.
I like my beer cold, my meat grilled, and my entertainment explosive.
All we need is a chair and a cooler beer.
Here's your booze news.
No, wait. Booze in the news, all the booze news you can use. And the Modern Eater Show continues right here from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. A lively crowd here in the kitchen here tonight. And food and beverage, Brian.
You know
Pretty
what?
good.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is, call me crazy, but I like it when actually our crowds are a little small. And they're not small tonight. We still got,
You mean
25. Yes.
Intimate.
I mean, I love this when everyone in the room feels like they are a part of this show. They get to talk with every chef. They get to talk with all the bartenders, all the distillers, all these awesome brewers, all the people we have in this place. The only thing I could wish for is more farmers. But I know they're busy right now. We don't want to be bugging our local Colorado farmers because they're out there.
We'll be bugging them
planting
soon
them.
with
Yeah, we
road
will be
trip.
on our road trip.
2019 coming right at you next. Not May.
No, we are right at the tail end of May. Right?
You want to push it up. You're going
wanna
to have to
push it
talk
up.
to Jay about that. He's already got that week off, and you throw a curveball.
Oh, well, if he's got the week off, we should drag him out with us.
Do I need
Come on,
to
Jay.
fire off a text to the where I bartend? Hey, why don't you guys do the show?
Where you moonlight?
That was like the most awkward 2 cents of like, hey, you want to talk on the radio? Yeah, let's make it weird. There you go.
All right, do this. Hey, Jay, why don't you do this setup? Because she was here early in the week, and when she came in, she gave you a big high five, and Kelissa Hieber is here with us from Goldspot Brewing Company. You guys know each other, or just hit it off right off the bat?
She was on the Modern Eater show back in the iHeart Studios once upon a time, so it's going
How
back.
long ago was that?
Last year.
Last
year. So,
was I around yet?
No.
So it was before me, which
Yeah.
is actually a year and 3 months, because my first day was November with these guys, right around Thanksgiving, and boy, was I the turkey forever. I will
Continue to be the turkey. So as we jump around microphones, first of all, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Beercraft, you were here earlier in the week. That was a really cool show. I learned a lot from that show. Did you watch it? Do you watch Beercraft?
You mean on Wednesdays?
Yeah.
With our good friends.
It was Monday.
Well,
but, yeah.
okay, or Monday. Yeah, then I wasn't. I wasn't on it then. I wasn't.
Christopher Schooley, he's going to continue with us as well, and Troubadour Malting. But Kelissa, talk about Goldspot Brewing Company for those that haven't tuned in for a while and they want to know more.
Absolutely. So we're located in Berkeley neighborhood on 49th and Lowell. We just celebrated our 4-year this last February. I've been the brewer there for a little over 3 years, and me and 2 other people recently bought the place. So we're kind of treat the vibe the same. We're really community focused. We're a 7-barrel brew house. I brought a bunch of different beers today. We try to release a new beer about every week. We change it up all the time. We try to do a lot of donation work. We always have one of those on tap at all times, and we just do some really fun stuff.
Where does that come from? I mean, obviously,
that was huge, Greg.
Yeah, because you get a lot of brewers that come in, and she's talking about, well, first of all, we're changing up our beers. For those people that say, I've got these dedicated tap lines, these are our flagship beers, we don't change up much. What creativity in changing it up? Why is that in your DNA?
Well, it just makes it more interesting for me. I work about 6 to 7 days a week, and I don't want to brew the same beer all the time. We have 3 beers that I try to always keep: a Kolsch, our house IPA, which is a West Coast IPA, and a red IPA. Other than that, we'll have some seasonals that we do about every year: lavender honey stout. Always have a rotating seasonal saison. But other than that, we kind of just like to. I'm trying to experiment. I'm trying to learn. And we do a lot of collaboration. Since we do change up our menu so often, we can kind of host people if they don't have the time to do a lager or they don't want to do some weird Brett stuff in their location. I'm like, hey, come over here.
Talk about your tap room.
Yeah, so it's a smaller tap room. It's a really gorgeous older building. We're in North Denver, and it's a kind of more like old school part of town. So we got some gorgeous brick, huge community tables. So we're always trying to do a lot of like cool community things. We're doing a Hearts card game meetup tournament here pretty soon.
Wait, say that again.
Hearts. It's a Midwest game. So I really just need some people to play with me. So yeah, we're like.
What could I'll show up for any game.
Absolutely.
I love games. Can you describe it to me?
So it's going to be on May 14th at 7 p.m.
Hearts? Is that what you said? Oh, I played that in jail.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about now.
Oh, that's a cell block game.
Hearts.
You played for cigarettes.
All right.
Yes. If I could gamble it, that could be my side hustle. I'm pretty good at this.
Are you pretty good at that?
I am pretty good.
And we joke around, obviously, but games, and it's about if you're going to be a good brewery, your neighborhood has to embrace you.
Oh my gosh, we're community.
Yeah.
Remember, we started this. This is what this show's all
Berkeley
about,
neighborhood.
man.
So I mean, talk about your folks that come see you there.
Yeah. So we have a really close connections with Regis. I teach part of the brewing program over at Regis as well. So a lot of them live in the neighborhood. So we have just a really great relationship with them. They do a lot of cool certificate programs. We got a lot of people there. The neighborhood has changed a lot over the years, but I think we have pretty much if you drink beer, we have about 100% retention rate with people in that neighborhood. But we're definitely trying to get our name out there a little bit more because you can't only your neighborhood.
Sure.
But we just try to, really highly train staff on beer. Really just trying to make really cool beers. I do a bunch of like fun ingredients, pineapples, peaches, and stuff. But it's always got to be a beer first. Try to be really nice.
Yeah,
and balanced.
Kelissa, you've got like I just put 6 different flavors on the table
Can
tonight.
we show them?
Come on now, you're bringing it to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You're giving them the spice of life.
Which one
variety
would you like
all the time.
with a minute left? Which one do you want to show us?
I would say the pineapple pale.
I
Ale is
wanted
one
you
of
to
my-
say
yeah.
that. Let's crack that baby.
Okay,
I
here
just
we go.
released that
Pineapple
one.
pale.
So while
Let's
we're
see how
cracking that open, and thank you very much, Kevin and Christopher, for being here. But right now it's Kelissa time. Talk about this, but talk about some events that we may be able to go see.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're also going to be at the Belgian Beer Fest this tomorrow, which there's still about 50 tickets left for that. We're bringing a Belgian double, the White Peach Saison, and a few specialty crowlers. We'll be at the Big Wonderful May 4th and 5th. And we're just, definitely coming to the tap room. I always bartend on Wednesdays if you ever want to pick my brain on stuff. But yeah.
Let's go jumper.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, I want to try this coconut porter too
Absolutely.
because holy smokes, look at these flavors. I mean, Where are you? Who's the originator? Where's the
These are
crazy
all
behind
my-
this?
Yeah, these are all my original recipes. What's great, even when I wasn't the owner, I had free reign in the brew house. So I'm just trying to have fun with it, but really make balancing. So it's got to be a porter first with coconut. Like
I got the 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Goldspot Brewing
Great
Company.
job.
Go
Great
see them.
job. This is
and
awesome.
Kelissa Hieber. She is so great. We'll see you next time right here from Studio Kitchen, Colorado, the Modern Eater Show.
Cheers.
Cheers.
At
Cheers.
CDW, being from the road can be difficult and lonely.
I know.
Well, at least you can connect and be productive with a secure Dell Latitude 2-in-1 laptop. They're reliable with all-day battery life and part of the business class mobility solution implemented by CDW.
Wait, don't go.